He does keep, and he scries to the top, if I'm not mistaken. Sure enough, it's an Aether Hub. There's Terrarian. It is into play tapped, and his hand is actually double Mox Opal. Nicola helping him out there, saying, "No, let me tap that for you." All right, so Nicola going to start on a Blooming Marsh, and Inquisition only a Mox Opal to take, so that's not exciting. We look at Glimmer Void, Inventor's Fair. We're going to go ahead and draw. Looking for something. Chromatic Star. Okay, I guess. It's an artifact at least. Turns on the Opal. Only while it's, in play though. Sam has a die on his Aether Hub there. That's his energy counter. Only one thing in his deck makes energy, and it's the Aether Hub itself. So really that could be a Tendo Ice Bridge for all it matters. Nothing else in his deck also needs energy, so. Okay, so there's the Chromatic Star. There's Glimmer Void. Again, we have exactly 3 artifacts in play at the moment, so if we're going to use this Opal to crack either one of our eggs, we need to make sure that we use the Opal itself, not just the Glimmer Void mana, obviously. So, but we're just going to pass the turn back. So Nicola knows the card in Sam's hand. It is, of course, an Adventurous Fair. Nicola here, he drew a Goyf for the turn. He's going to go ahead and play a Bloodstained Mire. He'll have a 3/4 Tarmogoyf if he chooses to play it. Sam needs to find something. I have to feel like Nicola's ahead here because he gets to play Kolaghan's Command. And that card's insane against artifact-based decks. Because you get to just shatter them. Okay, Nicola is going to play Goyf, it looks like. Yes, he is. So 3/4 Tarmogoyf comes down. We have Artifact, Sorcery, and Land. Chromatic Sphere was the draw here for Sam. So that's going to go ahead, and that's going to let him crack one of these eggs. And still be able to use the Opal afterwards. The draw off of this star was, if I'm not mistaken, a Scrap Trawler. Yeah, I think so. Sam has a mana floating currently. Which he'll use to play the Sphere. Not surprising. There's the Inventor's Fair. That will start to gain him life next turn because he does have Metalcraft. They just chose not to use the word Metalcraft again for some reason. Nicola draws. Draws a blue of Basic Mountains we drew there. It's a good one. Plays Basic Mountain. In we come for 3, so Sam will fall to 17. And the follow-up is going to be a Scavenging Ooze. This card's also very good against the Eggs deck. It gets to just break up the Cart Clan Ironwork chain by eating whatever it wants out of the graveyard. So the draw was, I believe, a Pentad Prism. Not really exciting at the moment. It's just more mana. Sam does gain 1 life back from the Adventurous Fair, of course. Again, thanks to the fact that he has 3 artifacts in play. We're going to sacrifice our Sphere, draw a card. Or not. We're going to debate sacrificing our sphere, rather, not spear. Okay, there goes the sphere. And we draw. It is another sphere. So if we had hesitations about cracking the first sphere, it's okay. A second one showed up. Now you can have your cake and eat it too. Okay, so Sam going to go ahead and sacrifice Terrarian. The draw was, I think, another Terrarian. Okay, all right. So apparently we're just going to sacrifice Sphere, draw Sphere, sacrifice Terrarian, draw Terrarian. That's cool. He currently has a green and a blue mana floating, I've been told. Terrarian does make 2 colors of mana, or 2 mana. It doesn't matter what colors you make your choice, obviously. But Sam will go ahead and play out a Scrap Trawler and a Chromatic Sphere number 2. And then we'll go back to Nicola here. So, does he end of turn want to eat anything? I think you can probably start eating up the artifacts he's going to try and get back. I think that's fair. Yeah, he'll get rid of the star, which I think is the best one to get rid of. Okay, we're going to untap. Draw is a Wooded Foothills, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Nicola here, thinking what he wants to do here with this turn. Could very easily just have an answer to the Scrap Trawler, and that would really put Sam behind again. I believe there's a Maelstrom Pulse in Nicola's hand, which, if he wants it to be, is, of course, the answer. Yeah, there is definitely a Maelstrom Pulse there. He also has an Inquisition of Kozilek, a Verdant Catacombs, a Wooded Foothills. So his hand, it's not amazing, but it'll do the job here for sure. So he'll start by sacrificing his Wooded Foothills. He'll go and grab himself another land, likely something with green attached to it. So Scavenging Ooze has more effective, more abilities. There it is. Down to 14 goes Nicola. Are we gonna Maelstrom Pulse this Trawler? We're gonna Inquisition first. It looks like. We're going to see if we're in any danger at the moment. Right now we have a second Trawler and... Sorry, it wasn't a Terrarian he drew. It was another Trawler. So he's a second Scrap Trawler and he has a Pentad Prism. He will go ahead and take the Trawler here, leaving Sam with a Pentad Prism, just more mana, which is fine with him. I imagine we're also going to see him Maelstrom Pulse potentially. No, it looks like he wants to start by attacking with a Goyf. So we have Sorcery, Land, Artifact, Creature. So we have a 4/5 Goyf, which will connect. So Sam will fall to 14. We're then going to go ahead and play Dark Confidant post-combat. So if Sam draws... Ironworks here... Is Nicola like... He didn't, but if he had... I don't think he would have been dead, but... Sam, I believe... Did he? No, he got the trigger on the Inventor's Fair, so he's at 15. Again, Nicola does have a green mana available for that Scavenging Ooze, so he will get to eat something. I guess... No, I don't... I mean, it just seems risky to me. I don't know. So Sam can go ahead and sacrifice this Chromatic Sphere, which will let him get back the Mox Opal if Nicola allows it. Nicola says that's fine. He'll go ahead and draw a card. The draw, I didn't get a look at. It's a Nihil Spellbomb. Okay. So Sam's hand is a Spellbomb, another Mox Opal, a Pentad Prism, and a Glimmer Void. Hasn't played land yet this turn, of course. So Glimmer Void can fill that. Okay, there is Pentad Prism. It's going to be for 2 colors of mana. So we have a double mana rock. Glimmer Void number 2 comes down. No mana floating right now. Nihil Spellbomb can take care of half of the Goyf's power by exiling sorcery and land from Nicola's graveyard. But Sam himself still has artifact and creature, of course. So Mox Opal will die, gets back nothing. So we still have 2 mana available. We can definitely... Actually, we have, what, 4 mana available, technically? 5? We can still pop this Spellbomb and get back the Opal again, drawing a card in the process. Okay, so Nicola at end of turn is going to go ahead and eat the Scrap Trawler out of Sam's graveyard, go to 15 himself. Dark Confidant reveals a Bloodstained Mire. The draw for the turn was, I believe, a Fatal Push. So, again, Scrap Trawler is going to be answered here, can be answered here. And Sam with no cards in hand now. Now he does, keep in mind, he does have access to that Adventure Sphere next turn. So he does need to, Nicola needs to be a little careful. But he's going to go ahead. He's going to respect the ability that Sam has. He will Maelstrom Pulse away the Trawler. Now Sam will get one more trigger on the Trawler on its way out. So he gets to get back one of these eggs, whether it's a Terrarian or a Sphere. He can also get back if he wants a Mox Opal, but with already one in play, it doesn't seem necessary. Sam debating if he wants to do anything in response here. He can, if he wants, draw a card in response with that Nihil Spellbomb. I don't know what he'd be drawing to in that case, but he does have that option. Again, this is all within the stack. So Maelstrom Pulse is not in the graveyard just yet, so it will not get exiled by the Spellbomb. He will go ahead and sacrifice Spellbomb, pay the black mana to draw a card. So Sam will draw a card. He also gets to return the Mox Opal to his hand, thanks to the Scrap Trawler. The Maelstrom Pulse will resolve, of course. Again, Sam didn't really have anything he could get there that would save the Trawler. It was just, I guess, kind of something he wanted to do. The draw off of that was an Ancient Stirrings, so nothing exciting this turn, obviously. Spellbomb is exiled by its own ability. Did Sam miss the Trawler's death? I thought it was whenever it or another artifact goes to the graveyard. Maybe not. In we come, however, for artifact, creature, sorcery. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Sam, if I'm not mistaken, down to 7 here. Going to get bumped back up to 8 thanks to his Inventor's Fair, but in a bad spot here. Ancient Stirrings will start his turn. He's looking for something. Got 5 choices. There's an Ichor Wellspring, actually 2 of them. A Sword of the Meek. I think a Chromatic Sphere, or Star, I believe. And I don't know the last one. Oh, Explosives. Okay. So Sam will get an Explosives back to his into his hand. So let's see. 2 is the number to play it for, which he is more than able to do, while also being able to sacrifice it. Now the Opal currently is not active. because he only has 2 artifacts in play at the moment. Now, once he plays the explosives for 2, it will turn on the opal. So a pretty fortunate find there for Sam. Pretty good artifact to pick up. Sure enough, here's an explosives for 2. Sam is just going to use the 2 counters on the Pentad Prism to do it. We're then going to go ahead and fire off another Ancient Stirrings. This time we have another Pentad Prism, a Darksteel Citadel, an Aether Hub, and a Chromatic Sphere to choose between. The 5th card is a War of Invention, which he cannot, of course, choose. He will take the Chromatic Star, add that to his hand. What are we going to play? Opal and Star. 2 mana. We're going to sacrifice the we're going to sacrifice the explosives, which kills the Pentad Prism. Nicola will have a response, however. He is going to go ahead and get a little bit of value out of his Scavenging Ooze first, of course. Wants to actually use it while he can. Nicola will go to 14 with the sacrifice of that Verdant Catacombs. And he will find another Overgrown Tomb, so down to 12. And then we're going to eat the Scrap Trawler against up to 13. Explosives does resolve, of course. So Scavenging Ooze, Tarmogoyf, and Dark Confidant will shortly be taken care of. Okay, and back we go to Nicola's turn. So the draw was a Raging Ravine, so that's okay. Next turn, it gives him a threat to attack with. Sam, only 2 artifacts in play right now, so no trigger on Inventor's Fair at the moment. His draw, we know he has a Mox Opal. His draw was, I believe, an island, so nothing to do this turn. Yeah, it was an island. He can technically crack the star, so he does something to do if he wishes. And he may just have to try and find something. But right now his star is the only piece of action he has. Okay, we're already going to start with the star being sacrificed. We will draw a card from that. The draw is another sphere, so we'll play the sphere. Do we want to crack that right away as well? Potentially. Still no Metalcraft for either the Inventor's Fair or the Mox Opal. Cannot do that yet, sir. You only have 2 artifacts. We will use the Fair to sacrifice our sphere, which will draw us. There's the Ironworks, and we do have 4 mana. So we're going to go ahead. Did we overpay for that? Oh, because he can't use Opal, right? So the Opal shouldn't be tapped, but it's not a big deal. We'll go ahead and draw a Tireless Tracker. All right, well, that's pretty good. Nicola has to decide if he wants to. I guess it's. Yeah, I guess he can play the Tracker here and play a fetch land because he still has lethal next turn in combination with that Raging Ravine. The only thing that can change there is Sam draws like a Ghost Quarter or something like that. So what is Sam's... Oh, Sam's card has another Mox Opal, of course. So this is one thing about eggs that has to be kept in check here is the deck takes some time to win sometimes like this. This is game 1, and we're at 22 minutes left in round, which is about half, which is actually more than half the round done as of right now. So Nicola's going to go ahead and do it this way. Instead, he'll turn on Raging Ravine, put Sam to 3. Sam has 1 draw, basically. If he finds it, he finds it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. He found a Thopter Foundry, which will... no, that really won't matter all that much. It'll gain him some life, but... He can sacrifice the Opal now if he wants. He does have 3 artifacts, so okay, he will make a mana and sacrifice it. I assume that's to make 2 mana. He has to go and find a scrap trawler with the Inventor's Fair. Yeah, so he's sacrificing. No, so this will be game over. Yeah, this is infinite life, right? Is it? Maybe not yet. What's the wording again on Thopter Foundry? Does it just want an artifact? Doesn't care. Sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice a non-token. So let's see. Right now he could pay a mana, sacrifice the sword. It brings back the sword. Pay a mana, sacrifice the sword to the foundry, get a 1/1 Thopter, brings back the sword. It shouldn't be infinite, right? Like he's missing another artifact to sacrifice here, right? He doesn't. He can't make enough mana to go infinite with this, if I'm not mistaken. There's a bit of confusion here. I don't know. Nicola talking to the judge there. We can make a bunch of mana and keep. Yeah, but it's not infinite because you can't sacrifice. You can't sacrifice a token. I don't understand how this is enough. Where's the other artifact he sacrifices? I'm not sure how that's gonna. I mean, it looks like Sam won. I'm not. He seemed to like make it look like he was going infinite, but it can't go infinite from there, right? Like, if you just have Sword, Foundry, and Ironworks as your only artifacts, you have 2 mana. You pay, sacrifice the sword, get back a Thopter, gain a life. Yeah, but that's what I don't get. How is it infinite life here, though? He doesn't have the ability to keep making mana here, correct? Like, oh, no, you sacrifice the Thopter that'll make more mana. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. I got it now. Because, yeah, you make... Sacrifice the sword, get a Thopter. Sacrifice the Thopter, get 2 mana. Sacrifice the sword. You have a mana floating. Get it. Yeah, okay. That's... Yeah. Infinite life, sorry. Yeah. I was missing the part that he makes another artifact. He can't sacrifice that one to the Thopter Foundry, but he can sacrifice it to the Ironworks itself. That's what I was missing. There we go. We got there. Thank you, the Gary is Irish. Cleared it up for me there. I knew it was infinite life, but I thought he needed something more than that. I knew that's what the point of the combo was in there for. But yeah. All right. So, heading to game 2 here. Nicola will be on the play. Going to be looking for his artifact destruction. Yeah. I was missing the part where he can sacrifice the Thopter token to make the mana. That's where I was. Yeah, it'll eventually be infinite, dudes. If you make infinite mana, you make infinite guys. That's all that matters. Yeah, I was missing the part where he gets to sacrifice the new Thopter to make more mana. I was losing it where it's okay. I use my 2 lands, make 2 Thopters, and have a sword, but now I have to sacrifice the sword and then I have no other artifact to sacrifice to the Thopter Foundry, when in fact, all I have to do is sacrifice the Thopter to make 2 mana and keep going from there. So, yeah. However, players got to keep in mind this clock. We have less than 20 minutes. In fact, we have 16 and 3/4 about. So, if Sam wants to win in 2, he needs to play quickly. If Nicola wants to force a game 3, he's got to play quick too. So. You need to have the Ironworks in play along with the two sword and foundry pieces. I don't know actually how early it can happen. I guess turn 3 is the answer, but Dramac, thank you very much for that follow. We appreciate that. I will send you a 10% off discount code to top8gaming.com. All you have, or what am I doing? 10% off all singles and sealed product. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the channel. There you go. The turn 3, because I can go like what? Turn 1, Citadel, Mox Opal, some sort of mana, some sort of star rather, or egg. That gives me 2. So turn 4 without help, 3 with. Okay. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. If you have like the Opal on turn 1 or the Accelerant, something like that, you get to have an Ironworks in play by turn 3, right? So. That's cool. All right. So, sideboarding, we're less than 15 minutes now in the round here, so these guys, Nicola especially, need to play quick. Again, these guys are 2-1, so no guarantee we'll even see the winner next round. There's potential for it if our other 3-0 player that got paired down loses, of course. That's about it. Again, 3-3-0s, so we're either going to see Barry or Dan in the finals, and then potentially Cody. And then if Cody wins, we're going to see Cody for sure. If he loses, it could shake things up a little bit, so we'll have to see. Dan, I have to imagine, is on Death Shadow again. He was playing it this weekend, so maybe he went back to Abzan, who knows. Oh, I've blue sunned someone for infinite, so I've done that. That's fun. All right, so we're gonna have a look at 7 for both of these players. Nicola has a Kolaghan's command I can see right away, so that's pretty good. And it looks like we're keeping for both players. Nicola will start with a Bloodstained Mire and it passes the turn. Sam will begin his turn with... His draw was an Aether Hub. We'll use the Aether Hub and we're going to go ahead... Use the energy immediately to cast Ancient Stirrings. Ancient Stirrings is going to find us something. Nicola's saving a bit of time here. He's going to go ahead and fetch face down, basically signifying that he's going to fetch and he won't reveal what he fetches until it's relevant, which will be at end of turn. So he went ahead and grabbed an Overgrown Tomb. It's just a shortcut there. It saves a bit of time while your opponent takes their turn. Instead of you waiting and passing time, you get to just go ahead and speed things up a little bit. Blackcleave Cliffs will bring down a Tarmogoyf, so we have a 2/3 Goyf on turn 2, thanks to land and sorcery. Sword of the Meek already in hand for Sam. Spire of Industry also looking to be the land this turn. We already have an Ironworks as well, so we're just an artifact away here, right? We're just the Foundry away from winning, I guess. 2 mana, there's a Sword of the Meek, so he doesn't care if that one gets destroyed because it's supposed to die multiple times and keep coming back, so. The draw was another copy of Blackcleave Cliffs. Seems like an okay third land. I don't know if Nicola has anything to interact with the hand aside from that Kolaghan's Command, which we could see get played here. It can destroy the Opal and make Sam discard a card, which wouldn't be the worst. It would make the Goyf, if nothing else, a 4/5. And if Sam discards a creature, which I can't see being the case, it would also make it a 5/6, but yeah. Okay, Nicola, he's thinking. What's he want to do? He's doing some math here. He's got to do a little quicker if he wants to have enough time to win this match. Okay, another Blackcleave Cliffs, and sure enough, looking at Kolaghan's Command, here it comes. We're going to destroy the sword, okay, and make Sam discard. Oh, I guess Opal doesn't make mana yet, so it doesn't matter that much, right? So, oh, did he shock Sam? He did. Okay, never mind. So Sam's gonna go to 14. Because yeah, Sam did not discard. Sam just took 2 to the face. I guess it's fair because, I mean, realistically speaking, Sam's not going to discard anything unique for you. I can't see him discarding a creature, and everything else is an artifact or a land anyways. So regardless of what he picks, it's going to be the same count on Goyf. So you may as well get 2 actual points of damage in while you can. A good play by Nicola there to kind of figure it out and piece together that it doesn't really matter if I make him discard, because it's just not going to matter. It's not going to be unique what he discards. So, Scrap Trawler was taken off of another Ancient Stirrings. Here is a copy of Mirror Retriever. So Mirror Retriever, when he dies, you get to return an artifact from your graveyard to your hand. He's a 1/2 for 2. Not a bad little card. Still down for me, so I still can't look things up, but okay. So back to Nicola we go. He's going to go ahead and start with a Verdant Catacombs. 3 more mana. What are we doing here? Another copy of Kolaghan's Command. These are the ones you want. He's debating... What, probably shock you, shatter? Attack you for 5? Puts him to 7? He's a point off lethal the following turn? Or, what, 2? 2 off lethal the following turn? Yeah. I don't mind that. I mean, it gets Sam the sword back, but I don't think you have any way around that. Like, Mirror Retriever is just here to block regardless. Yeah, Kolaghan's Command. Destroy this. And again, I assume your best... Oh, he's gonna shock and destroy. Alright, sure. So it makes Goyf a 5/6. This is going to bring back the Sword of the Meek. In comes Goyf. Again, we have artifact, creature, sorcery, instant, land. So Sam will fall to 9. And then Nicola passes the turn back. So Sam will begin his 4th turn. He does again have the Ironworks. The Opal is not active, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Here is a 3rd copy of Ancient Stirrings. It costs him a life, so he's down to 8. Yeah, I don't know if the combo's in this deck or not, but there was a Mirror Retriever combo deck, I think, at one point, right? I don't remember what it was, but I think it involved like 2 Mirror Retrievers. and like infinite mana. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. All right, so Sam debating here what he wants to take off of this third Ancient Stirrings. Chromatic Sphere is going to be the choice. Nicola, again, going to save a bit of time here. He just goes ahead and fetches while Sam's taking his actions. Basically telling him I don't have anything to do for 1 mana, so you can do whatever you want. All right, he's going to go ahead and play the Sphere and say go. Nicola, he's a bolt away from lethal here, right? So this is an attack for 5. Down to 3 goes Sam. What do we have, Nicola? Do we have a lightning bolt? We sure don't. We have a forest. Doesn't want to play Dark Confidant. I'm not too sure why. But okay. Chromatic Star. Opal is now turned on. Sam, I don't know if he has a scrap trawler or not. We're going to start by sacrificing. He's floating a mana of some color. Okay, Darksteel Citadel. 2 mana there, or sorry, 4 mana. There's the Ironworks rather. We're going to sacrifice both of these, make 4 mana. Play Scrap Trawler. Sacrifice the star to the Ironworks to gain 2 mana and draw a card. So 3 mana floating at the moment. That's what the die is representing. This will return Mox Opal to hand for Sam. Nicola is thinking here. He's got a lot of mana, so if he has a way to interact, now is when he has to do it. Before Sam gets to start trying to go off here. Now, Sam can still miss, kinda. I mean, he does have in his hand a Whir of Invention, so that's a little bit of an inevitability, but we'll see what happens. Sword of the Meek still in hand as well. We know that I don't know how many plays to be fair, but we know that there is at least 1 Thought Profounder on the bottom of the deck. Nicola will respond by terminating the Trawler, which Sam will just respond by sacrificing. Gets a bit of mana. Yeah, this is a real rough loop here now. We drew an Aetherflux Reservoir. We're going to play our Opal. We're going to use... Sam can just go for the win with... We're going to use 2 mana. We're going to go ahead and just play a sword and sacrifice a sword. Play a Retriever, which brings back the sword because it has 1 power. Sacrifice the Retriever. Get back Scrap Trawler. Where did my... There we go. Bring back Scrap Trawler, play Scrap Trawler, sacrifice the sword, which will get you back another egg. It's going to get you back the Chromatic Star. You will make a mana. You'll sacrifice the Opal. You'll make 2 more mana. You'll play the star. You'll sacrifice the star. You'll gain 1 mana total in this case. Draw a card. Go ahead, play the Opal you got back, re-sacrifice it, pick up a Nihil Spellbomb. You will play this Spellbomb. He just needs colored mana right now. So far he has 2. He's missing black to draw a card here with this Spellbomb, but it doesn't really matter because he can just sacrifice the Spellbomb, get the Opal back. Sure, Aetherflux Reservoir. I don't even know how many spells he's played this turn so far. He hasn't kept track of how many spells he's played this turn. Yeah, I have no idea. He's played the Opal a couple times here, if nothing else. Play the Nighthill Spellbomb. We're going to say gain some amount of life. We're going to try and count it up now. I mean, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's his 8th spell. 7th or 8th spell. He's gaining a bunch of life now, so we'll have to see how far this goes. We'll get back another opal. Play the opal, gain some more life, sacrifice it. He's going to get to win with a reservoir here, it looks like, which is fun. I mean, he also gets to go ahead and just find the Thopter Foundry now and win with that. So, I mean, there is that. Yeah, or Invention gain more life. So I think he's gained 7, 8, and 9. So what, that's 24 life. So I think he's at 27 right now. I'll get Thopter Foundry and I'll kill you while also going to 37. And that will be the game. So Sam is going to win this in 2. Congrats to him. He can't miss now. He has infinite life and infinite tokens and infinite everything. So unless Nicola draws Damnation, I guess. Well, it won't matter because he gets Reservoir him, right? So infinite life, shoot you or 50 in the face with Reservoir, you're dead. Bring back Sword of the Meek. And Mirror Retriever, make infinite life, you're dead. Okay, so congrats to Sam. He does win in 2.